Yesterday, I took a 10 to 7 shift to help make some ends meet. So, yesterday, I did that story. A personal care aide detailed her day and how a mean husband was treating his wife, who is basically a prisoner in her own home. And that video, that story tugged at some heartstrings. And I want to talk about it a little bit. People were all up in the comments, and I did actually get an update from the personal care aide. So let's get into it a little bit. This person says, talking about the wife, if she wasn't with him, she'd likely be thriving even with her health issues. How horrible. I'm glad the PCA reported the mistreatment she's experiencing. I hope her employer takes it seriously. Being with somebody and being under stress and all of that can mess up your body. Mental issues, emotional stress, emotional health can impact your physical health. So understand that it's all connected. This person says, who will take care of you when you're old is a famous response to single child-free women by choice. Stories of this poor lady will increase. I wonder if she thinks about what her life would be like if she didn't marry or have children. She definitely would have been able to focus on her own well being and may not have been bedridden. Her own children aren't even checking on her to make sure dad is properly taking care of her. I would rather die and be put out of my misery than to be in a situation with a horrid husband like hers. And then Shamika at the bottom says, these are the husband and children that Republicans and society wants us to desire. Okay, Shaolin Queen says, ladies, start drafting those medical wills and DNR forms now. You can state who should and shouldn't be your caretaker if ever in the event you become ill or immobile. Saving is good, but many are not talking about drafting medical care documentation. I am in radiology and I've seen maltreatment from these husbands and other family members. Don't get caught out there. Like I said, the ladies were in the comment section and they were dropping jewels. Y'all need to know these things. So this person says low quality males make older cat lady lifestyle sound glamorous. Jennifer says she did the right thing by reporting the abuse to her supervisor. Hopefully the agency takes this seriously and escalates this to the authorities. I hope she provides an update soon. Um, Shy Gal says this is elder abuse. The daughter seemed distant too, maybe because of the father. Okay, so this woman is giving another point of view that could have happened. You never know. She says, my almost 38-year-old elder, manipulative, narcissistic, parasitic brother is a pest in a similar way, and my mother coddled him so much, so she made her own bed. She says, bro has no job, sleeps all day, and mooches off the groceries we sisters send every week for our mother. My mother is a widow and semi-paralyzed, caused due to the extreme health neglect and poor compliance with her ongoing medication. My brother took her to random relatives' places during COVID, and that's when it happened. Sometimes I really feel that my brother deliberately wanted to unalive her in order to get his hands on property, as he thinks that he is the sole heir because we're Indians. Anyway, now my mother is taken physically care of by home nursing caretakers to whom bro really gives a hard time every single day. Whatever money he could scrape from my mother's stupid relatives and small checks coming in her name, rental properties, etc., is spent on bikes and liquor. Never contributes to household expenses. Classic leech. Don't even feel sorry for my mother now because she made her own bed. Always preferred to listen to her dusty son. Me, a doctor, I can only do so much from afar. Okay, so that was just a few comments from the post. Now let's get to the update from the personal care aide. She said, all I could say is, whew, if it was hard to stomach my previous story, get ready for the update because honestly, sadly, there's not much of a happily ever after for the woman I was given care to. One of my supervisors called me yesterday to give me an overview of my new casework. Once that was out of the way, I inquired about the woman whose husband I reported. She told me there was going to be a staff meeting held the following morning about it. She also told me that she was going to ask her regular aide if she noticed anything unusual about her skin. I would think that the regular aide would have made a report about it before I even got there, but what can I say? It seems like in the medical field, the empathetic workers always end up in something while incompetent ones go unnoticed. Anyways, She went on to say that from what she knows about the married couple, the husband has been taking care of her for a long time now, and there hasn't been any reports of physical or verbal abuse until I said something. That was mind blowing to me because, in my mind, none of that matters. If I witnessed firsthand the events that I reported, what's even more mind blowing is my supervisor showed her inner pick Misha when she said that he could have had a bad day at work and ended up taking some of that stress out on her. I almost dropped my phone. I really couldn't believe she said that, as if it's a valid excuse to berate your wife in front of a complete stranger. I work for an agency and not a nursing home, but they're similar in the sense that they try to avoid possible lawsuits at all costs. I wasn't scared of any repercussions because once it's made known that she does indeed have a skin problem, I knew they'd have to take it into consideration. I told the truth about the verbal abuse, that's if her regular aide tells the truth. Really don't know why she didn't say anything about it, to be honest. But it just goes to show that how corrupted the medical system can be. They urge us to report any forms of abuse we might see, only to walk on eggshells when said abuse is actually presented to them. I know my agency isn't trying to mess up their bag with a consistent patient, as if they're not getting paid enough already from the money they take out of our checks that doesn't include taxes. I wish I had a better update to share. I wish that woman a better living situation. This hurts to type. So, like y'all wanted her to do, she did escalate it. I'm not sure if there are any other protocols in place for the woman to take it up further. I'm sure she did what she could, and she probably doesn't want to get in any trouble with her company. I don't know, but this is the update that I have, and I told y'all I would give y'all an update when I get one. So there it is. I really appreciate the other ladies jumping in to give other folks the know-how or things to do to prepare, because you really don't know somebody. You could literally be building with a person that is your ops. And most of the time in these communities, these societies, these cultures where women are supposed to give and give and give and give, if a woman gets sick and she can no longer perform her duties, then the men probably see her as being defective. And this person, this husband, is probably really, really resentful that he doesn't have somebody that's taking care of him. He probably never saw himself as someone that is supposed to give and give and give. But I don't know these people for certain. It could be like the narcissistic parasitic brother that was in the story time earlier. I don't know. But what I do know, ladies, take some of these ideas into mind as far as the medical wheels and getting your stuff in order, because you really don't know until you're in that situation. And none of us want to be in a virtual prison in our own home. So go ahead, drop any comments, any supportive words, any kind of cautionary things that people should do. Drop it here, and let's keep on learning from each other. All right, thanks.